back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell by the title today, I will be discussing the pros and cons of Ubereats and Grubhub. So if you're interested, please stay tuned. I have some tips and tricks for you guys to go ahead and maximize the most out of your trips and how to make the most money. So let's get started. Okay guys, so first I'm just going to touch base on Ubereats because Ubereats is the first company that I had started off with. And let me just say that this is not my full-time job. I know some people out there do it full-time because you can definitely make a lot of money doing it if you do it full-time. But for me, I am a mommy. I do have a regular 9-to-5 job. So this is just something that I do in my free time when I want to make extra money, or say like if I need extra money to pay off my credit card bill, or if I have a trip coming up, you know, I just need to make some extra money. This is when I find the time to do it. So I just do this part-time. I don't do it full-time. So like I said, I'm going to go ahead and start off with Uber because that's the first company that I have first started driving with. So when you first sign up, guys, the sign up process is super easy. It normally takes between I would probably say like 5 to 7 minutes. Literally all you have to do is just upload your driver's license. Of course you have to have car insurance or motorcycle insurance, bike insurance. All you guys need for the requirements is just a clean background, active license, and insurance. So that's pretty much all you guys need. So the sign up process was super easy. The background check, it probably took between 3 to 5 days to come back. So that was kind of out the way. So once everything is clear, like you guys are really good to go. The sign up process is super easy. Like anybody can do it. And let me just throw out there, guys, that you don't need any type of experience within restaurants or nothing. All you need is good customer service, and you will be on your way to be making a lot of money. So like I said, I'm going to share with you guys my analytics and my statistics about how much money I have made just in my first week of just doing Ubereats. I'm not even on Grubhub yet. Like I'm just focusing on Ubereats at first. So first I'm going to start off with the pros. And then I'll just go ahead and trickle down to the cons. So the pros about Ubereats that I like. So when I have first signed up, and they probably still have the promotion going on, but when I have first signed up, the first thing that they had advertised is if you drive 200 trips, you can make $1,200 or more based off of, like, you know, how many tips and how active you are on the app. So when I had seen that $1,200, I'm just like, okay, that's easy money. Like I can probably do that. But then I had also seen the 200 trips. So at first I had just kind of, you know, took it for a spin just to see like if I would even like, you know, doing it, because you guys do have to remember, like, you are going to be in your car a lot. You're going to be dealing with traffic. You also have to pay for your gas. Like there are, you know, things that you have to take into consideration. But, you know, the bigger picture is that you're making extra income, you're making more money, and you can have the money, you know, when you need it. So some of the pros that I like about Ubereats. So in my first week, I had made close to $1,000. I think I had made roughly around like $950. And pretty much what I did, so like I said, like this isn't my full-time job. I normally work from 8 a.m. and I get off at 5 p.m. So what I would do is I would work my full-time job, take a break, and then I would start driving at 7. So probably maybe between 7. The latest I would stay out was probably like 10:30, because, you know, with me being a female, like I don't want to be delivering late at night because, you know, it's dangerous and stuff like that. So I was literally just doing part-time hours. So I can definitely say that it's really legit. Like you can definitely make, you can probably even make more than $1,000. But just to show you guys, here are my statistics up on the screen. So as you can see, it breaks it down like day by day. And then if you scroll down, it shows like how, it shows your base rate, and then how much money you had got paid in tips. And then it shows your overall total for today. So another pro that I like about Ubereats is that they always have promotions. Like they always have promotions. So for me, I live in Las Vegas. So literally Las Vegas is a 24-hour city. There's always restaurants open. There's always deliveries that need to be made. So pretty much what they do is that I guess in between like peak seasons, or they can project when it's going to be busier times, or however, they have this map where you can pull up on your phone through the app, and you can pretty much see like what spots are like booming, like which spots are taking off, like where the most deliveries are going to be. Now, I will say, don't be so quick to drive to the surge areas, because it has been a couple times where I've driven myself to a couple surge areas, and I'm like, I'm in the area and I'm waiting for my phone to like, jump off or go off, and like I didn't get no offers at all. So guys, just kind of be careful. You do have to, come up with like a strategic plan, because you know what city and state you live in, so you know the popular areas where there's a lot of restaurants, where there's a lot of fast food restaurants, just deliveries in general. And you can also deliver packages from Walmart. I've even stopped into Walgreens and was pretty much like a personal shopper for somebody. You can also sign up for, I believe it's called a Ubereats Plus card. And pretty much, I would definitely recommend for anyone who wants to make extra additional money to go ahead and sign up for that, because basically what it does, they ship you this card in the mail, and if the customer isn't able to pay for the food through their app, through their phone, you can just go ahead and shop for them, and then you use a card, and then it basically just charges the card. You don't have to use your own money. You don't have to use your debit card. You don't have to use your own cash, like nothing. Like Uber pays for everything. So that's also another opportunity that you guys can take to, make more money by signing up for that card. So moving on to the next pro about Uber Eats. Anytime a job pops up, you do not have to take that job. You can go ahead and exit out of it. You only accept the jobs and you drive the jobs that you want to drive. And pretty much, like they say, you are your own boss. You create your own hours. You're not really penalized. You pretty much are the boss of your own show. Like, you don't have to answer to nobody. Well, of course, the customer, if they need like, extra help or assistance. But besides that, like, there's no higher up. There's no, person that you got to report to or nothing like that, which is what I like, because it's flexible. You can drive on your own time. You make your own schedule. And like I said, you can get the money at your fingertips whenever it is that you're ready to cash out. So Uber Eats does allow you to cash out 5 times per day. I don't know the max amount, but say like if you're done driving for the day and like you had to pay something off, you had to get your car fixed, you had to pay your cell phone bill, something that's due, you can always just cash your money out. It goes straight to your bank depending on your financial institution, and you can have the money like right then and there. So that's another reason why I love Uber Eats. Let me see. Another pro that I can probably say is that anytime a job pops up and say you decline the offer, you're not penalized. Opposed to Grubhub, which I'll go ahead and get to them, like, in a few minutes, you are penalized. So also, guys, you have to remember that like when you're driving, you really have to, be smart about the trips that you're accepting. So some trips are really going to try to lowball you, which I would really encourage everybody to just stay away from those unless you just really, really need the money. So for example, I'll go ahead and put up some examples up here. So these are some offers that had came through on my phone. So pretty much what I do is I always make sure that the dollar amount that they're offering you matches up with the amount of mileage that you're going to be driving. If the dollar amount is more than the mileage that you're going to be driving, that's always a plus. Like, you always want to kind of gear towards taking those. Now, a lowball offer is when you're driving more mileage than what it is that they're willing to pay you for. So pretty much this example up here is a really, really good example. As you can tell, the dollar amount is more than the miles that I had to drive. So again, you guys just want to go towards those offers. This one on the screen, like I had said, this is a really bad offer. I would definitely encourage people, like I said, unless you just need the money and you just really want to do as much drives as possible, I would definitely just stay away from like McDonald's and Dunkin' Donuts. I'm not going to say like I've had a bad experience with them, but I haven't had like any smooth experiences with them. And what I mean by that is, once I go into the restaurant, because these are popular restaurants, like a lot of people drink Dunkin' Donuts and a lot of people order from McDonald's. So when you go into these restaurants, the order is never ready. Like, it's never ready. You're always going to have to wait. And you guys have to keep in mind that your time is money when you're driving. So the time that you're taking to wait for an order is time that you can be driving to deliver another order to make money. So when it comes to waiting at a restaurant, I won't wait no more than 5 minutes. So Uber Eats will not penalize you if you haven't swiped the button to say that you've picked up the order and it's time to deliver. So if you're just waiting on customers' food and it's time to order, you can go ahead and cancel it. Now, I'm not saying like cancel orders back to back to back to back. Like, don't do that, because you probably will get penalized, because they'll start seeing like, you know, why are you accepting the orders and then you're canceling them? And then also you have to keep in mind, when you cancel the order, Uber Eats has to find somebody else, you know, to fulfill the order, which again isn't your problem, but again, just kind of keep that in mind. So moving on to the next pro that I like about Uber Eats is that depending on how many trips you drive and how many miles you drive, they have these different programs. So I think they have like gold, platinum, silver, diamond, stuff like that. So right now I am at diamond status. It really depends on how many trips you drive. You can just go up to the next tier. So each tier that you get qualified for, they have so many benefits. Like I think for gold, you can get like a certain amount off of gas. They just have like a whole bunch of benefits that you can, you know, take advantage of. They also have percentages off if you need to go get, you know, your car service for like an oil change or anything like that. I don't have them off the top of my head, but it is a nice, really good incentive that Uber Eats does offer just to kind of take care of their drivers. So I think that that's pretty cool as well. So moving on to the cons. That's all the pros that I can think of about Uber Eats. So moving on to the cons about Uber Eats. One thing that I do not like is that for Uber Eats, the rate that you see on the screen is not the guarantee that you're gonna get. Guys, when I have first started driving, I did not understand the concept, and I was getting so mad because I'm just like, I'm wasting my time. Like, what is it that I'm doing? Pretty much, you make all of your money off of tips. So one of the tricks that I'm gonna give you guys is, I'm not gonna say it's guaranteed to get a tip, but 9 times out of 10, if you do this method, you're gonna get a tip, which I can show you on my screen right here. Every time, 9 times out of 10, when I make a delivery, I'm always getting tipped, and you guys can see that on the screen right here. So pretty much what I do is, anytime I accept an order, I'll always reach out to the customer personally through the app, of course. Never use your number, because you don't know like who can, you know, see you and just, you know, take your number and start texting you or calling you, whatever. Always make sure that you communicate with the customer through the app. So pretty much what I do is I reach out through the app, and I just pretty much type up a little generic message. Like, you know, I always greet them by their name to make the message more personal. And I'll just, you know, be like, hey, for example, hey, Matthew, I'll be taking care of your order today. Do you need any extra napkins or condiments? So I would probably say it's like 8 to 10. The customers are always going to read the message. So when they do read the message, they'll be like, oh, you know, Alexa's really a good quality driver, so let me go ahead and, like, you know, give her a tip. Now, there are, I would probably say that 30% who just don't use the app to communicate, and sometimes your customers are not going to read their messages, which is okay, as long as you send the message and you know that you had reached out to see if the customer needed anything. Then I think at the end of the day, like, that can kind of make you feel better. But you guys, do not go in driving Uber Eats thinking that people are gonna tip, because I've done a couple of trips where like people don't tip at all. Like, they don't tip nothing. And like I had said, the offer that you see on there, the dollar amount, it's not guaranteed. So you also have to keep that in mind too. And that's why I was telling you guys in the beginning of the video, you have to make out a strategic plan to make sure that you're doing the most to maximize the number of miles that you're driving, opposed to make it match the amount that you're going to be getting paid for the offer. So make sure you guys are definitely taking that into consideration. Also, guys, if you ever feel that you did a trip where they just like super lowballed you, say like the total trip from point A to point B, you had drove for 30 minutes, the customer did not tip, and all it's not funny, but this has happened to me before, so that's why I'm telling you guys like real life experience. So say you drove for 30 minutes, the customer did not tip, and you only got paid like $3 for that job. Of course, you're gonna feel lowballed, because you're like, 30 minutes of my time is not worth $3, and the customer did not tip. So they do have a feature on the Uber Eats app where you can go ahead and dispute. You can go ahead and dispute some of the trips that you feel like, you know, you've been lowballed. They'll go under a review process to a specific department, and then they'll get back to you probably within like 3 days, and they'll let you know if they've come to some type of conclusion. So for me, anytime where I felt that, you know, they tried to get over or lowball me, I'll always reach out to the company. And 9 times out of 10, like, if you present your message clear and just, you know, let them know, they'll definitely go ahead and, you know, try to compensate you or pay you the difference for what you should have got paid. So I think that that's pretty cool too. So I think I covered everything with Uber Eats. Okay guys, so I am gonna have to make a part 2 on my pros and cons with Grubhub after I finish editing and snipping and doing all, you know, the extras that it takes for YouTube videos. I did see that I did cover a lot of information in this video, and I just didn't want it to be too long. So definitely stick around for part 2. I already recorded it. It's just gonna have to be on a separate video, but I definitely hope that this video helped you guys if you are pursuing doing Uber Eats. Like I said, I did cover a lot of information, and it really is legit. And like I said, I hope that you guys were able to take away some good key points. If you have any other questions, or if you feel like I didn't cover something, please go ahead and leave your comments down in the comment section below, and I can just respond to everyone. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Like I said, I'm gonna be uploading way more videos because I have a lot more time on my hands. The last time that I had recorded, I was maybe like 6 or 7 months pregnant. I was out of energy, out of breath. So like I said, I have a lot more time on my hands now, so I can definitely start creating more content for you guys. I do have a lot of things coming up. I just ended up starting my own business, so I'm super excited about that. I'll go ahead and make another video as far as all the business ventures that I plan on doing under the business name. And I also ended up getting a new job with Amazon. Like, I'm not in the warehouse anymore, so definitely more to come on that. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I really appreciate it, and I hope that you have a good night.